The Data Presentation Tool, referred to as the DPT, is a quality improvement tool created by the Canadian Primary Care Sentinel Surveillance Network, which allows you to visualize and explore your patient panel. In this video, we will show you how to use the Reidentification feature in the DPT. Reidentification is a safe and secure process that allows you, and only you, to identify your patients within the DPT. It is the key that unlocks the full power of the DPT in your patient data. It allows you or a medical office assistant to reach out to patients who could benefit from a follow-up, thereby improving the quality of their medical care. Reidentification also enables easy panel management and quality improvement initiatives. In this video, we will walk through the 5 simple steps of the reidentification process. Start by selecting your username in the top right-hand corner and then select Reidentification in the drop-down menu. You have 2 options, as shown here. We will demonstrate the first, how to create a new ReID file. Select Create New ReID File. A window pops up summarizing the requirements for creating a ReID mapping file. The reidentification process uses state-of-the-art features of the Firefox and Google Chrome web browsers, which ensure that sensitive patient data remain in the clinic at all times and no information is transmitted back to CPCSSN. To complete the reidentification process, you will need 2 pieces of information. Firstly, you will need a mapping key, which can be obtained from the CPCSSN data manager responsible for your clinic. This key will be used to decrypt the CPCSSN ID to EMR ID mapping data for your patients. Secondly, you will need a file with patient details, which is created using your EMR system. This file contains patient demographic data and should contain some or all the fields shown here. The most important is the patient's EMR ID, sometimes called the file num, patient ID, or demographic number. For some users, a site ID may also be required. Contact your CPCSSN data manager for more information. Now, select the Continue button to begin the process. For step 1, select your clinic ID if necessary. Select Download Encrypted ID Mapping Data. The button will turn green if the data for your clinic were successfully downloaded. In step 2, enter the 12-digit key you were given by your CPCSSN data manager. Now click Decrypt ID Mapping Data. If successful, the button will turn green. In the third step, click Select the CSV file with demographic data and select the patient detail file you created from your EMR system. Using the drop-down menus, indicate which columns contain the demographic data that you would like to re-identify. For example, we can select EMR ID, the patient's given name, the patient's last name, their date of birth, and their personal health number. Now click Create Patients from the selected CSV columns. After a few seconds, the button will turn green to indicate that the re-identification has been successfully enabled. Now moving on to step 4. This step is optional. However, it is recommended that you complete this step if there are multiple CPCSSN providers in your clinic. If you would like to download the re-identification file onto your desktop, choose a strong password for the file and click Save. Be sure to take note of this password before continuing. This file can now be loaded using the DPT on another computer. This can be done by selecting the Load Existing ReID File option on the re-identification page, and can be shared with your colleagues to allow them to re-identify their own patients in the DPT. However, while this file is encrypted and protected by your password, it is important to remember that it contains sensitive patient information and should not be copied onto computers outside the clinic or be sent by email. In the final step, step 5, the CSV file with patient details should be deleted after the ReID process has been completed, as it contains unprotected, sensitive information. Re-identification is now enabled. Now when conducting a search, patient information will be shown when you view the list of patients or patient demographic data. For more details on re-identification, please refer to the DPT manual, which can be navigated to from the Help section of the main dashboard. In this short video, we have shown you how to enable the re-identification feature of the DPT to individually identify patients from your panel. For more videos like these, please visit the CPCSSN YouTube channel.